Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. Yes, we are. Welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today we're going over the markets, asking the question, are we being set up for a big Bitcoin crash? I'm just asking the question, just looking at that. And so ask the question today. You probably noticed there's something a wee bit different. I've got a new thumbnail. I was speaking to Crypto Bitcoin Chris for Crypto Revolution, his YouTube channel is, and I'm just saying, listen, Chris, what would you recommend kind of changing on the channel just to kind of change things up a wee bit so we get more viewers and we get more people in as well? And he said, well, your titles make a big difference and your thumbnails make a big difference as well. So I'm going to try something a wee bit different for the next couple of weeks just to see if it works. So I'll be trying and testing different things because I'm focusing on the kind of YouTube channel. I wasn't really bothered before, but now I want to grow the channel, obviously. So now I'm going to focus on kind of growing the channel from 3,500 subscribers we've got just now, and it's been kind of stuck there for a while. So we'll see if we can get more people in. More of the right people. It's not more people, it's more of the right people in as well. And we've got the right people just now. We've got the right people with the right energy. And I love that about CYT-Crypto as well. So thank you for being here. I'm just going to check just to see we are live and everything is up and running and we're okay. We are, and we've got people in. We'll just jump over just now. We have Mike Rutherford in the house as well, who's 2 hours forward from us just now. I thought I was going on a wee bit earlier, but good to see you, Mike. Good to have you here. Jason Clayton is in. Morning. I need cheering up. Any good news stories? Always good news stories, Jason. John Russell is in the house. Gordy Boy, Marcus Jafari. B is in. Chris Noble, David Schwartz. Crypto Knowledge Alliance, a very own Jimbo, a brown admin, who is in Egypt at the moment and just gone out a run. A 5k run this morning in Egypt, mental, but he's done that. That was brilliant. I've been out my run this morning as well. It wasn't 5k, I think it was on about 3.5k, 4k or something. Frank Letselo is in the house. Have I pronounced that right? Frank, let me know phonetically how you kind of pronounce your name, but good to have you here, mate. Mark Paulin is in. Joe Cook is in the house. Ron Leeper is in. Stephen King, Adeb Vin, one of our brown admins as well, and curator of some brilliant news stories as well that we've got usually for the afternoon. And we have Kriska, MU is in the house, B is in the house, Andreas, Markinnis is in, Manuel, High Plains Drifter, Mervyn Skidmore, G-Slick, Brundle25, and By the Dip is in as well. Okay, bear with me a second, folks. One sec. Got it. Come on. Right, sorry about that. I won't tell you what it was. Okay. Mervyn Skidmore, Joe Cook on his way down the M5, hold down the protesters in Bristol. Right. That's kind of thrown me off a wee bit. Right, okay. What was I going to do? Jump right into the markets. That's what I'm going to do. Jump into the markets and see where we are just now. So Bitcoin took a huge jump up. So we said yesterday we were looking at Bitcoin and it was about 9,800. Said, okay, it's definitely going down. We've seen on the 50-minute chart. Looked like it definitely was going down. It did go down to about 9,400, but then it done a sudden U-turn and went all the way up to 10,600, where it is just now 10,521, bringing down the alts just as a topsy-turvy market just now. So you just can ask the question, what the hell is going on here? It's definitely been manipulation. You cannot kind of go down 1 minute $1,000 in, the next minute you're going up $1,000. It does not happen without kind of manipulation. So there's a big whale out there and manipulating, or some big whales collectively and manipulating the markets. And we have an overall market cap of 285 billion and a Bitcoin dominance of 65.8% just now. So it's near its kind of 2-year high again for Bitcoin dominance. We'll just have a look at the Bitcoin dominance just now. A lot of noise in the background just now. So Bitcoin dominance is up here, and it was up here in about December 2017. Yep. So it's near its 2-year high. I think it is its 2-year high actually. It's 65.18, so higher than that. Yeah, 2-year high, Bitcoin dominance. So, and it's been higher than that before in the past. It's been up to 87%, but there was a lot less kind of competition out there for the cryptocurrencies, the number of cryptocurrencies that were out there. So we're at a 2-year high for that. Okay, who's the winners and losers in the markets? We have Japan content again. Grisha is up 12%. Basic attention token is up 11%. That's the ones. 3 ones in double-digit greens. We've got a lot of greens in the market, but by low percentage points. We've got about 15% in the red and 85% in the green. XMAX is down 11%. That's the only one in double-digit reds. So it's kind of even Stevens there. So not much happening in the way of kind of the alts. They're not going down by a huge amount, but they're not going up at all. So it's just kind of stable-ish for the alts, but it's Bitcoin that all eyes are on just now. But we'll have a look at the overall markets. We've got 2,356 cryptocurrencies listed in CoinMarketCap now. So it's gone up every single day. And we'll take a look at all the coins that have been trading over 100k over the last 24 hours, see what's jumped up. We have Minex coin is up 113% on 113,000 volume, market capitalization of 393,000. And Swap is up 59%. Tratok is up 54%, don't know the market cap of that. Almila is up 41%, 108,000 volume, but the market cap is 38,000. Seems a bit dodgy that. Xeon, market cap 1.8 million. Volume 776,000, up 39%. And as I said, as I keep saying, we're looking through this so we can look for some hidden gems. And the reason we look at the kind of volume is just to see what others are trading. Obviously, before the kind of price kind of shoots up, we start to see a kind of volume increase where nobody's really talking about it, but we start to see a volume increase. And when we start to see a volume increase, there's something kind of going on, or some people are in the know. This is why they're buying it up, and this is why we see a volume increase. So that kind of is a slight indicator that we're seeing a kind of hidden gem and something that we have to look at, or possibly have to look into. So that's why we kind of look at these as well. There's a few going down there. And just now, just while we're looking, if you can go down to the like button and crush the likes, that would be fantastic. If you could do that, it really does help the channel. So if you could do that just now, that would be brilliant. We'll just have a quick look at crypto bubbles. This is over the last hour. You can see it's kind of 50-50. Nothing much kind of standing out. BCN, Aurora, Coin, Elf, not doing much. We'll look over the last 24 hours. You can see it's predominantly green. That's over a 24-hour period. Again, nothing major stands out apart from JCT, Japan Content Token. But the last hour is not looking... Nothing, there's just nothing much kind of happening here. B is saying click the likes button. Chris Camus, thumbs up. Joe Cook done. Crypto Cannabis is in. Saying morning. Reginald Bullet, hi from New England. Don't get to listen live. I like KCS right now. Do you have an opinion? Reginald Bullet. And that's brilliant that you're in, Reginald. Yes, I really like KCS, and I think it's brilliant for the long term. Looking really good for the long term, actually. And buy the dip, it's saying done. Excellent. I've missed a couple, I think. Did I say Andreas Martinez? Yeah, I did. That's when I spotted something. Shouldn't have been there. Anyway. Okay, on to the kind of markets just now. We'll just look at what Bitcoin's doing. This is where I'm thinking, okay, this, because of all this manipulation, why is there manipulation in the markets just now? Why is Bitcoin doing the kind of crazy prices it's doing just now? So we'll look at the kind of 1 hour chart. That gives us a better indication. So we can see here, we've done an inverse kind of Bart Simpson here. You can see here it kind of went down big time, then it kind of went back up again big time. Now there's a couple of news stories that are out that could indicate why kind of the price of Bitcoin went up. but there's no reason, because it was at around about 11,000 over the last couple of days. We're talking from the 15th, so we're talking over 4 days, and it kind of fell by about 30%. Well, it's 20% it fell by. It's actually more than that. If we go back to the 10th of July, yeah, fallen about 30% since the 10th of July. We're only talking 9 days. And then in the space of a day, we're up, what, 20% or something? 16% in the space of a day. So this kind of thing doesn't happen without there being some kind of coordinated effort to push the price down and then back up again. It doesn't do that within the space of 15. I was making a video yesterday, and just at the time I was making a video, I was talking about kind of Bitcoin and saying don't leave your desk if you're going to day trade and you're going to minute trade even. Don't leave your desk. If you're doing trading on a 5-minute chart or a 10-minute chart or a 15-minute chart, then don't leave your desk at all, even for kind of a couple of minutes. And just to the point I was talking about that, we're looking at it live. Bitcoin price started shooting down, and I think it was around about here. It started shooting down, so it's 9,800. We've seen it shooting all the way down. If we go to the 5-minute chart, just now you can see the big drop. So I was talking about it. It must have been around about here. I wasn't there. Yeah, it must have been here, 9,800. So I was making the videos and I was saying don't you leave your desk, because you never know what's going to happen even within the space of a couple of minutes. And just at that point it fell from 9,748 within the space of 10 minutes down to 9,500, and it kept on going down and down and down. So within the space of 30 minutes or something, it went down about $600. But then it came back from the brink from 9,273 all the way up to 10,326. So it went up 1,300. Well, not 1,300 at that point. It went up about $1,100. That doesn't happen unless there's manipulation in the markets. We're talking the space of half an hour or something. So there has to be a coordinated effort there. And it's not one big whale that's just doing that. It can't just be one big whale unless they've got that much and they're just spreading across all the exchanges. So it's kind of crazy just now. So I was looking at that and thinking, are we being set up just now? This would be a market, but it's kind of stabilized just now if you're looking at the 5-minute chart, but this is a market we're just going, something not quite right here, something going on. And I was watching kind of Tone Vays as well, and they were saying they just don't know kind of what's causing the crazy spikes, or what caused this spike as well. And it could be the Chinese court upholds legality of Bitcoin ownership and BTC protected by China's property laws. So according to Hangzhou, China upheld Bitcoin's status as virtual property, and the ruling reaffirms that Bitcoin is legal to own in China and indicates to holders that they will be protected by the country's legal system in disputes. So the first case of Bitcoin property infringement was resolved in the Hangzhou Digital Court, as first reported by Beijing News. The local court confirmed that the Chinese legal system recognizes Bitcoin as virtual property with legal protections. That's kind of huge. And we thought at first that must be it. That must be why the kind of prices went up in price. This is why it kind of spiked up in price. But there's other news out as well. Obviously, we've got BACT coming out early, and that's going to start trading early. I don't know if that would probably contribute to it. The Chinese news, and then you're just looking and thinking, oh, I don't know about this. But then I come across this article from San Fran Tribe, which is not usually kind of brilliantly written, but kind of made some good points here. So talking about the Bitcoin price movement, and then they were talking about kind of market manipulation. So you said in this article, who was it that wrote it? I don't think they've got an author for it. Zach Owen. Zach Owen is written. So Zach Owen has written about the OTC supply. So he said, it would not be far-fetched to assume the congressional hearing over Facebook's proposed digital asset Libra had an impact to the recent Bitcoin price movement. Ironically, the discussion on Libra has directly led to Congress discussing and projecting their opinions over all crypto assets, namely Bitcoin. Due to this and the fact that multiple representatives have praised Bitcoin's immutability, utility and social impact, new investors could be actively entering the market, creating a sharp decrease in OTC supply once again. So he's talking about the OTC supply, and this kind of made sense to me as well. So a lot of people are talking about this because of Libra. So Libra, if it's done anything, it might have kind of pushed the price of Bitcoin up, because when the bigger investors get in, they're not going to just go to the markets like Binance and buy 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoins. They're looking to buy 20, 30, 40, 50 Bitcoin at a time. How do they do that? They don't do it in the marketplace, they go to the OTC trading. And so obviously circles, if they're in a circle, they'll know which one to go to. So he was talking about the OTC supply drying up. So they have to go to the markets again, which pushes the Bitcoin price up. So just so you understand, if you are trading on the OTC market, it does not affect the price of Bitcoin in the markets overall. It doesn't affect the price, because what the OTC trading desks do, they'll buy a bunch of Bitcoin. Say they probably bought a whole tranche, billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin at $3,000. So they'll just buy it on the way down, and they'll buy it on the way up as well if they think it's going to go up even more. But at $3,000, they would have bought billions of dollars worth. And that's how they kind of bring in the money, and then people start buying from them. But obviously it's going to dry up at some point. So, but it doesn't affect the price. It does not affect the price of Bitcoin in the marketplace if you're buying OTC, except when the OTC traders have to buy from the markets. And that's kind of how the price goes up. Or except when the OTC trading desk saying, listen, we've not got enough for you to buy. If somebody says, okay, I want to buy 1,000 Bitcoin, just say, we've not got enough just now. So they would have to go to the market, so they'd have to do something, some kind of deal with the kind of exchange owners and do it that way, the OTC. I don't know quite how they get their hands on it once it dries up, but that's kind of what's happening. So that's why it doesn't affect the price. But if somebody goes in to an OTC trading desk and they say, okay, I want to buy 1,000 Bitcoin, they say, well, sorry, we can't do it, we've not got enough. They have to then possibly then go to the marketplace, i.e. Binance, kind of OKX, or go to Huobi or whatever they do, and they'll buy from the market, which is why the kind of prices increase. So that kind of makes sense to me. So any large investor looking to buy Bitcoin would naturally try to obtain Bitcoin over the counter so as not to move the market during the purchase. This enables the investor to buy their Bitcoin in bulk and preferably at market price. When there is a large purchase on an exchange, they run the chance of inflating the price during the purchase and paying more than they originally intended. So just to illustrate this, if we go to USDT just now and look at the Bitcoin price. So if we were to go to marketplace, say we wanted 500, and we were to go to the marketplace and say we wanted 500, you can see here there's not that many people selling 500s or even 100 or 10s of Bitcoins. You'd have to go, so it's 10,519. You'd have to go $10,000. You'd have to go way up. There's somebody selling 9 Bitcoin there at 10,544. So if you've done that for 10 Bitcoin and there's somebody selling 26, so you'd have to go way up. You'd have to pay way over the odds if you want to buy from the market at that kind of price. So that's why they go to OTC, 10,600. There's somebody selling 68 Bitcoin. So somebody could buy it. That's why they don't go to the exchanges. And because they can't buy in large bulk orders. And with the congressional, with these kind of politicians, the politicians are rich obviously, and the more they get to know about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, the more it's been spoken about because of Libra and the US Congress, etc., the more this circle is going to grow, and more people have got more and more politicians who are large kind of buyers, and the kind of contacts that they have as well, the institutional investors contacts that they have. There's going to be more and more people going to the OTC trading desks, and when the OTC trading desks are going to run out, they're going to have to go to the market so they don't miss out, which is why the price could be inflating. However, it could be market manipulation in this same article as well. And this is kind of the stuff I was kind of looking for and searching for, saying, why has the price gone up? Nobody seems to know why the price has gone up, and it's kind of a bit sus that's just because of China or just because of BACT or just because of Libra. But it does kind of make sense what this guy's saying as well. So the other side of the coin could negate everything stated above. There's still prevalent market manipulation causing a majority of the price movements in the industry. A whale could easily be propping up the market to get new money to FOMO into cryptocurrency once again. This would effectively inflate prices to new highs, as seen now, and set the market up for another flash crash. Investors should be very wary of the market position moves to majority short on Bitfinex and BitMEX. So what they're talking about there, shorts, BTC, so this is on Bitfinex, and this is the BTC shorts, and down to is very, very low just now. This is the number of shorts. So really what happens when there's a big, huge spike increase in the Bitcoin price, the shorts are going to get stopped out. They're going to get stopped out, they're going to get liquidated. So that pushes the shorts out of the market. So they're no longer short because they have to go long in their positions. So you're going to see longs and you're going to see a spike in the longs as well. I don't know if we can compare. Let's see if we can compare this. Longs, BTC longs. You can't really see it clearly, so what I'm going to do is I'll change it to green. Purple. So the purple line is the BTC longs. We can see that's kind of spiked up here, and we can see on the left hand side we've got 22,740 positions in the long position, and we've got 6,257 shorts. That's the lowest it's been for, I honestly don't know how long, the lowest it's ever been. So if we keep an eye on that, it's starting to go back up again just now, the shorts. But the longs is not coming down, but the shorts is starting to go up from 4769 to 6258. And 22737 is the longs. So still a big gap in the longs and the shorts. But that's because the price went up so quickly and the shorts were stopped out or liquidated as well. But in the article it kind of goes on to say this would effectively inflate prices to new highs as seen now, the market up for another flash crash. The purpose of a movement on the market like this could be for multiple reasons. To inflate the prices to sell off a large amount of BTC at higher prices, to pump the market to increase net worth and the portfolio leverage, think debt to equity ratios and lending profitability, and setting up for a flash crash to bring altcoins and potentially Bitcoin to new all-time lows by hyperinflating the price short term. So it kind of makes sense again. Other reason for keeping the BTC price up could include keeping Bitcoin price high for trading fees and exchange profitability, miners holding supply to artificially increase price and drive demand to increase mining profitability, and organised pumps to create speculative healthy market periods during congressional meetings. So whatever the reasoning behind the constant pump and level support, these movements are not natural. Given Bitcoin historically experiences wild swings of volatility, investors should not FOMO into the market. The best course of action speculatively is to continually dollar cost average in and ride out the waves. So we kind of said that all along. Dollar cost average in, just doesn't matter what price Bitcoin is, put $100 in a month, a week, whatever you can afford, and just do it that way. If you'd done that, you'd still be, even if you bought at the very high and you dollar cost average in all the way down every week or every month, then you'd still be doing well. So I don't know what you think about that, and that was a wee bit of a rant there, so let me know what you think. Ola Bramblebert is in the house, welcome to you. Chris Camus, what are your thoughts on BTT? Not too sure about it, to be honest, but just keeping an eye on it. Mervyn Skidmore, gold and the Dow went up as well, dollar drop. BTC, we've not looked at the kind of stock markets for a while. We've got the Dow Jones. We'll take the longs off to compare. Dow Jones has gone up, so the markets are going up. Whereas gold, just now gold has gone up as well, $1,439 just now. So that's, is that not? It's not. It's a kind of recent high. It is. It's a 6-year high. for gold, is that right? Yeah, it is. UK 100, 7,536, that's gone back up again as well. So markets have not crashed yet. It's coming, but it's not crashed yet. We'll take a look at Binance coins after. Honest Crypto Johnny is in house. Good morning to you. B, had to pause you there to make sure that the van noise reversing was on your side. Yeah, it says from here we get a lot of noise on a Friday morning. We've got the kind of bin men coming round on a Friday morning, so lots going on. And G's like, LOL, same here. I looked outside, thought it was a white van coming to take me away. Mike Rutherford, swinging between Link and XRP. Can't make my mind up which is the best. XRP's foundations look amazing, but I know Link has some news coming out in August and also has some potential. Your thoughts? Mike, I've said this before. If we look at Link just now, if we look at Link, and this is from a pragmatic point of view, now, so I'm not going to be, it's not a biased point of view. So if we look at Link, and we just look at the numbers, and that's all we kind of do. We're not looking, obviously, if you've done your research and you think Chainlink is really good, they've got a good team, they've got a good product, they've got good prospects, etc. You've done all that. They're under $1 billion just now. They have gone up. They have gone up nearly 10x. It probably is it 10x? Yeah, it is 10x since kind of July, well, that's 2018. But recently, where were they? 173 million market cap, so they've gone up 7x. 7x, so despite that, they could still go up more as well. Definitely could still go up more. So they're under 1 billion. So then you have to look at XRP. And they're $13 billion, nearly $14 billion. Obviously, been a lot higher than that. They've been up to about 125 billion or something. Let's go to that period. I just want to get the exact, what's their all-time high? 139 billion market cap. So potentially 10x from them just to get to their all-time high. So they're at about 14 billion just now. So 14 times where Chainlink is just now. So what's going to, you have to ask yourself, what's going to grow more? If they're on an even keel and they're doing kind of partnerships, making agreements with people, they're kind of progressing all the time. Say XRP are doing the same, Chainlink are doing the same, they're making partnerships all the time. So if you look at it from that point of view, Chainlink looks a better prospect. XRP to me represents a wildly undervalued project that could potentially explode by 10x, 20x, 30x very easily and very quickly as well. That's why I keep talking about it. The underlying network, if you just look at the underlying network of everything that they've done, all the contacts they've made, all the kind of partnerships they're making, Brad Garlick, just everybody kind of involved in XRP, what they're doing just now, I just don't see a way that it's going to fail. I don't see a way, but I'm biased in that. But if I look back and just say, okay, I'm not going to be biased, just what one would you pick? What one would you recommend to it? I'd probably say Chainlink. Go for Chainlink. It probably offers a better opportunity for you to make more money in the future. And that's just being honest. But at the same time, I'm still invested in XRP and not Chainlink. But I'll have to be honest with you. High Point Shifter, I think this pump was from the astute buyers waiting for the approximate 35% correction, which it touched, it did do. I was waiting but didn't pounce. Face palm, oh, nightmare. I hate when that happens. So much talk about XRP exploding soon. Will you be going back in? I'm back in. I'm back in already, Olo. So I am in. I've got a fair few of XRP just now because I do see it going up. So on that note, we'll take a look at some of the alts just now. So we'll go to Ethereum, BTC. We'll look at Ethereum, BTC and the dollar value. Low. 2.1 million still low. I still see Ethereum. Although Christine kind of Gibson sent me a story this morning. I seen it before this, but Christine sent me the story about Ethereum possibly going into the BCH chain. I thought that's just mental if they do that. It's just crazy. if they do that. That would not be a good move at all, but I don't know, I've not looked into the story enough to kind of verify it. In fact, we'll just kind of have a look in Crypto Panic. Ethereum, BCH. That's not there. I'll just have a wee look for it. Where is it? Here. Virtual Buterin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. And thanks for this, Christine. I'd seen it before, as I said, but Ethereum co-creator Vitalik Buterin stirred intrigue and controversy over the weekend in floating on Ethereum Research Forum the possibility of using Bitcoin Cash, the largest and most controversial hard fork of Bitcoin to date, as a short-term data availability layer for Ethereum. In his discussion post, Buterin noted how many blockchain scalability solutions relying on layering a scalable data layer, e.g. Ethereum 2.0, atop a non-scalable computational layer, e.g. Ethereum 1.0. Accordingly, the developer argued that the Ethereum community can begin practicing with the storage dynamic using other low-fee blockchains ahead of the release of ETH 2.0, and Buterin spotlighted Bitcoin Cash as one contender worth considering. So I don't know, I don't think he'll do it, I just think it would be an extremely bad move. And it's kind of, what it's doing is making an association between Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash, which I just do not think is a good idea at all. Having said that, I still think Ethereum are going to explode as well. I think they're going to go up big time. I think that nobody's talking about them. Everybody's kind of writing them off just now. And this is, I think, is a really good time to buy for Ethereum. But that's not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Put your big boy pants on, big girl pants on, not your dad and all that kind of stuff. Just have to say that. But you know the score. So Ethereum USD we'll look at as well. $225. Was it 367 before? We're going to get to 367 again. This is on the daily, and dollar value crossed over on the daily, as we see here, at $123, which is when we spoke about it, and it's kind of gone up 300% since then, or 200%, sorry. So I do think Ethereum is going to go back up, and I think if we're looking at price prediction for Ethereum, we're probably talking about $1,000, $2,000 within the next year. I'd say probably near $2,000. So again, 10x for Ethereum from here. But that's in dollar value. So if it stays in Satoshi value at 2 million and Bitcoin price goes up to 30,000, for example, then obviously the Ethereum price is going to $750 straight away without the Satoshi value going up. That's why I like to look at Satoshi value. I'll keep talking about this, but that's why I like to look at Satoshi value rather than the dollar value, because it could mean that if the dollar value, potentially, if we look at this point of view, potentially Ethereum could go to $750, but nobody is buying it. Nobody's selling it, nobody's buying it. It just stays the same and nobody's kind of buying or selling. So it doesn't drop in price, it doesn't go up in price on its own. But if Bitcoin tripled in price, then the same happens with Ethereum as well. So if Bitcoin goes to 30,000, obviously we're going to get Ethereum going to $750, but so it doesn't tell us when people are buying and selling. It doesn't tell us that at all. Whereas if we look at the Satoshi value, it tells us when people are buying and selling. Now that's really what it's telling us, and this is why it's good to look at the Ethereum and the Satoshi value of the underlying coins or the coins themselves. So this tells us that people are selling Ethereum. When the dollar value has gone up, it tells us they're not really buying it, or that it's just telling you the kind of Bitcoin price is high or low. So look at XRP. XRP took a big drop as well in BTC value when kind of Bitcoin price went up. So it was moving off its all-time low. Not its all-time low, but its recent low, its local low. So it's down to 2,995 at the minute. And it's going down again. That's probably because the Bitcoin price has gone up. There's Bitcoin price, yep, it's up to 10,710 just now. So it's gone up, it jumped up again to nearly 10,800. So we're being, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, and it's hard to decipher kind of markets just now. So on a 50-minute chart, we're still in there. Would still be in play just now. If we kind of went in on a 50-minute chart Obviously, it wouldn't have gone until 10,221, but would still be in there because of the big, huge spike. If we look to the 5-minute chart, we could have got in around about 10,500. You'd have to go to the minute chart because it spiked up that quick. You could have gone at 10,516. Or down below here, that's what I was looking for. This is on Bybit. So the minute chart tells you kind of what's happening on micro level. So you could have gone at 9,384 on the minute chart, and you wouldn't have got out until 10,565 again. So that'd have been a big, if you were on 10x leverage, you'd been up 120%. And I'll show you that in the premium group as well. If you want to kind of join up for the training class, there's a link down below to join me for the training class, which is coming at the end of the month. I'm not on track for that at all, but it will come. I need to kind of work my arse off for that. But it will come, and then we'll be offering the premium group for 1 week only. So you're not going to get a chance to get that until next year again if you don't join the premium group just now. Well, at the end of the month. So that's coming up as well if you want to join us there. Johnny John Matthew, morning Steve, late to the show. The crypto market seems to be in a slumber. What could be the catalyst to jumpstart the excitement once again? Well, I don't know if it's going to be this BTC. I don't know if it's going to be BTC kind of showing up. USD. It's going up again, 10,717. So it might be going up. It looks as if it's trying to reach again up to 12,000, 13,000. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, but that's where it looks as if it's headed just now. And that's why I'm extremely wary of it. Extremely wary. Rob Fiddler is in the house. John Russell, is my eyesight. Is your screen blurry? Is my screen blurry? I'll just have a wee look. I have to clean the camera or something. Is my screen blurry? No, it doesn't look blurry. What to do, if you can go down to, see this button here, go down to your settings and put it on HD. Maybe that'll help. John? Joe Cook, John, did that happen to me? And I paused and restarted and all okay again. Ah, that's better. Thank you. Oh, so you've got it. Cool, cool. Check your resolution. Got that as well. B, Facebook has everyone chatting about cryptocurrency watch. It is a good thing. That's what I kept on saying when Facebook came out with the Libra. With the details of Libra, obviously it's not coming out until January if it comes out, but what it did, it got people talking about cryptocurrency, so it was a good thing from that point of view. Plus, it's a good thing that Facebook have got 2 billion people in the world already onboarded, potentially just to send out a message or multiple messages to talk about the new cryptocurrency, Libra. They're going to ask what cryptocurrency is, they're going to then find Bitcoin, they're going to then find Ethereum, XRP and all the other ones as well. So it's a good thing that Facebook are coming out with this. Whether you like Facebook or not, it's not Facebook that's going to own it. It's going to be a consortium of 100 kind of people that's going to control it. It's not going to be Facebook as such as they control Facebook just now. And everybody's just getting confused about it. Ultimately, it can be a good thing for mass adoption. This is what could bring mass adoption. This was what could tip the scales, that seesaw we keep talking about. Kiska MQ, what payments do you accept for premium group? At the end of July, I'm going to accept, if you want to send Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP or Litecoin, and you can do Cardano as well. So we'll do kind of any of those. And I'll get that set up. It'll just be a case of kind of writing to me and sending. I'll give you the addresses so you can send it over to me, and then it'll be a slightly longer process. It won't be immediate that you get access to the groups and stuff like that. It'll just be slightly longer, but you'll still get in. So don't worry about that as well. So it'll be any kind of crypto, not any crypto, not some of the shit coins that's out there, but any kind of crypto, basically, the major ones. TEL been on the rise. TEL, don't think we've looked at Telcoin for a while. Is it Telcoin? Yeah. 21 million. Good volume as well. Up 22% again. Up to 5 Satoshi. So it's jumping up. It was up at 223 million market cap, 87 Satoshi. So way off where it's been, but in line with, what, not quite in line with market. It's kind of fallen off at 95% or something. So it aims to connect with mobile networks globally, enabling easy conversion between telecom and mobile money, prepaid credit, and postpaid billing platforms. So it's moving up again. What markets is it on? KuCoin, the main one, yeah, still the same. That's Tailcoin. What payment? Oh, done that. Lawrence Matthews is in. Good morning to you. Gordy Boy Steve, enjoyed your short video yesterday. Very positive. Yeah, it was about beliefs. I want to do more stuff like that. Nobody's really kind of talking about the stuff like that, about beliefs. If you basically what I was saying is if you don't believe you can make money in general, you're never going to make money in crypto. It's just your energy, the way of it is, and this is what your energy kind of attracts different things to you. Whether you believe that or not, I genuinely believe it's true in my life as well. So I think it pertains to cryptocurrency as well. So we've got to have that fundamental belief that we can actually make money for the future, and that'll help us make money in cryptocurrency as well. And it's good to test that kind of belief out for 30 days or something. But I'd like to talk more about that as well, but do separate videos. So I think I'm going to do that, and I'm doing it in the premium group. I'm making videos just now for the premium members as well. And Daz Hibernian is in. Good to see you here. Joe Cook, if you're new to the crypto market, new investment GBP, what would you do? If you're new to the crypto market, new investment GBP, what would you do? What do you mean, Joe? Let me know what you mean by that. Just do you mean what would you invest in just now? Is that what you mean? So just clarify that for me, Joe. I know we're on a delay, so I'll just kind of wait a wee bit. BTC, how many people we got in just now? Let's have a look. We've got 43 people watching just now. If you could go down to the like button just now, just do me a big favour, go down to that like button just now and hit that like button, the thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed, subscribe as well. And subscribe to all the videos so you get a notification of all the videos. Don't know if it is 22 we've got. 24 likes and subscribe, which is brilliant. So thank you very much for that. Joe Cook, yes. So you're saying which one would you get into? For me, if we go down this, so if we look at this, this is the way to look at it for me, always Bitcoin. So always put a percentage in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be king. It's always going to be king. I don't think anything's going to replace it. Although I had thoughts in the past that it could be replaced. So my thinking, no, I'm not. We'll save that for another day. Anyway, so Bitcoin, always put money in Bitcoin. Always, if it's 25%, 50% or 75%. So maybe if I was going into and say I had £1,000, I'd maybe say, okay, £750 into Bitcoin and just keep buying Bitcoin along the way. But another one I would store is Cardano, then XRP, then Ethereum, then Litecoin, Binance Coin. I would go for the top ones. If you're just new to crypto, go for the top ones. They're safer, but they've still got the potential to 10x. So if you're going to a bank and saying, okay, listen, I've got £1,000, and they say, okay, I can give you a possibility of that £1,000 turning into, say, I don't know, £25,000. A possibility, but it's a slight possibility. And then you say, okay, but I've got other investments that probably turn that £1,000 into £10,000. You probably go with a safer one and say, okay, probably, and put a percentage into the possibility of going higher for the £25,000 ones. So this is how I see the big ones. So I see XRP 10xing quite easily. I see Ethereum 10xing quite easily. Litecoin 10xing quite easily. Binance Coin possibly 10xing from here. I don't know about 10xing, but certainly $100, 5xing at least. I just need to wait and see until September. I'm going to reevaluate in September. I think they're going to come out with something that's going to change that, and I don't know what it is yet. I can't see what it is, but I do think Binance Coin are a good investment. And Stellar 10xing, yes. Tron, I'm not too sure about. Cardano, without a doubt. So I would say those. Chainlink as well, I would now have to put in that. Ethereum Classic I like as well. So that would be the ones you just say, okay, they're kind of safe, relatively safe to put in for a 10x. But this is not financial advice, I'm just giving you my opinion. This is my biased opinion, obviously, as well. But then you say, okay, put a percentage, maybe 5 or 10%, I'll say 10%, put 10% of your £1,000, which is £100, and put it into hidden gems, possible hidden gems. We've looked at hidden gems like Ava, and basically what you're doing here, you're just going to view all. So you're going to go to view all, and then you're going to look at the market capitalization. when you look at view all, and then you'll look at the volume, the price and volume. And obviously myself and a couple of other people as well, we're working on kind of hidden gems just now, and we're working on giving hidden gem reports out. Also, I've got another possible collaboration I've got with a company that I love and I've told you about before. So I'm going to bring out something next week that I'm going to give you kind of access to as well. So there's a possible collaboration coming as well there. I'll let the admins know about it. I've just found out about it today, this morning. That looks as if it's going to be a go. So then you, as I was saying, you look at the market cap and say, okay, we're looking for hidden gems under $5 million and kind of trading, say, over $50,000 or something. So this is block, and this is already in BCPT, and you start looking into them. Yeekdrash, I'd say it was one of them. I think that's going to do really, really well in the future. We've got loads of others there, but it's not coming up. We've looked at some of them. Player is going to be one. We looked at the Abyss. I don't know where the Abyss is just now, actually. I think that's over 10 million now. But when I kind of first mentioned it, it was about 1.7 million. It's now gone up to over 10 million, I think. Abyss token. Oh, it's back down to 4.5 million. Yeah, it came back down, so it went over to 10 million. So the Abyss would be still a good one. That'd be a kind of good one to possibly buy and put 10% into. Traveler would be a good one. Player is another one. Been looking at VID as well. Kind of been looking at, how's that doing? 6.7 million. That's gone up and come back down again. So yeah, and put some money into hidden gems. So there's different strategies as well, and you could trade some as well. You could keep 10% back just for trading, so you keep that excitement high as well. So there's multiple strategies, and I'm going to talk about that in the free videos I'm doing, the upcoming free videos, 5 ways to make money in crypto. These are the ones I'm kind of suggesting. So you could do long term Bitcoin, you can do your shorter term when you're trading, you could do hidden gems as well, you could do it that way as well, and that's what I would do. I know that was a long answer, but that's kind of what I would look at. Jack D Crypto smashed it, thank you very much. And Joe Cook saying fabulous, thank you. Stacking sats, can you explain this term, Steve? Yeah, basically what you're doing is you're trading to get more Satoshi. So Satoshi, there's 100 million Satoshi in one Bitcoin, and if you're stacking sats, you're building up the sats, you're building up the Satoshi, or your kind of stack, basically. That's what you're doing, you're just stacking it, stacking it, stacking it, and you just want to build up your stash of Satoshi. Joe Cook, don't worry, Steve, I'm living on the streets, I won't blame you. When I'm living on the streets, you won't blame me. I'll come and give you some food if that happens, Joe. But it won't. It won't. I know you're sensible enough for that not to happen. Okay, I think that's it. We'll have another look at the Bitcoin chart. 10,538. There's up and down. It's just up and down. That's a couple $100 it is within a space of, well, we'll go to the 5-minute chart. Look at that. 10,000, so it's a couple $100 in a space of 20 minutes since we've been talking. $260 in a space of what, 20 minutes? That's crazy. Crazy. The markets are just crazy just now. So this is why, as you can see in the 5 minutes, you're in and out all the time. 15 minutes. You'd still be in just now. You'd still be in at the moment. So I still wonder if we've been set up for a big Bitcoin crash. A big crash. And I'm talking about from here, 10,500. We're talking about maybe $2,000 down to $8,500 or something. I'm just wondering if we've been set up for that. And the way the market's going just now, if you kind of enter in just now, 5 minutes later, it could be down $1,000. So it's just crazy volatility just now. So I would not be trading at the moment. It's not for the faint of heart anyway. Even if you traded on a minute. You traded on a minute, 10,509. Hopefully you would take from some profits. Go back out. And even there it's not that. Just as crazy volatility. Have a great weekend all, be safe. That's from B, you as well B, and thanks for joining us. Good to see you here, and I'll see you on Monday again hopefully. I think if we look at BTC weekly charts, Steve. Yeah, if you look at it from a long-term point of view, it's totally different. Totally different. You just go, we're still bear. We're still bull. We're still in a bull market. Nothing really much has changed. And it's still looking good for the overall markets. For BTC, that really actually knows. So yeah, it still looks really good on the weekly. And if we look at the monthly as well, you would notice we've never moved out of a bull market. We haven't moved out of a bull market. We've kind of gone down. There's been some corrections from 20,000 down to 3,000. That's a correction. It's going to be a blip. That's always going to be. It's just going to be a little blip. In a couple of years' time, once we've got more market data, it's just going to be a little blip. But you're just going to see the markets rising and rising and rising and rising. And that's what's going to happen with Bitcoin. So this is good. We're still in a bull market. We've never been out of a bull market since 2012. So this bull market that you hear is a correction. That's all we're in. And even at the moment, it's a continuation of the bull pattern. And this is what we're in just now. It's a continuation of the bull pattern. And this is actually the first month in 5 months that we've been kind of in the red. But we've still got, a couple of weeks until that kind of monthly candle finishes. And you can see here from around $255 on the way up, all the green candles. So the last time we had kind of this many red candles in a row, not in a row, but in this clustered. So this was from 20,000 to here. This is December 2017 to here, 1st of February 2019. The last time it happened was round about here. And that was December 2013, and that happened to September 2015. So roughly the same time period, and then went on a parabolic run up to 20,000. Same is happening again. The same is happening again. In fact, if we go to BTC USD and we go to Ponyx, it's probably one of the longest running ones. Oh, not Tether USD. Be Bitfinex. No, we'll go to BNC actually. I'll give us BNC. Brave New BLX, that's the one I was looking for. BLX. No, that's the kind of only time it happened. So there was periods down here. And that was a period of 1st of June 2011 to 1st of January 2012. So that was almost 6 months. And this one, about a year and a half, 2 years. This one, a year and a half to 2 years as well. You can see this cycle happening here. And so this means we could go on a parabolic rise again. If we're looking at history, that was 6,000%. Even if we go up 5,000%, we're up to 3,000%. We're up to $500,000. So it still looks good overall for Bitcoin. So we're talking about the really short-term runs. Joe Cook, Joe, you can join Steve in his bagpipes on Princess Street. Yes, you can. You can busk with me as well, Joe. We could all busk on the streets together in Edinburgh or Glasgow, says John. Okay, I'll leave it there just now. Have a brilliant weekend, whatever you're doing. I will see you on Monday again. I might be making more kind of videos on the kind of belief and the mindset patterns, mindset systems as well, and kind of do that because I enjoy doing that. It mixes the personal development with the crypto stuff, which is what I love. I love personal development. That's what I first got started in business 12 years ago. So I'll be doing that, more of those videos as well. Okay, until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. about the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.